Okay, so we can go up top. Oh, I saw red. Oh, no, it's just lights over there. I always forget, there's 2 Xeno games. I think it's a Xeno game. But there's like 2 games that I always mix up. One of them is Xenogears, and I can't remember what the other one is. It's actually accurate. Ooh, new earrings. Okay, this might be the only time that I'm ever excited about new earrings. Oh, shit, those are fire. Okay, we're putting those on. What was the point of going on top of the train?
Watch out. This place is old. Structural integrity.
Played stealthily 14 times now, so I can see the cutscenes with Eve in different attire. I just Googled that shit. Someone's probably done, like, X cutscene with every outfit. But I get it. Then you'd have the compression issues. Yeah, you want to see it in all its glory.
Isn't that a nice surprise?
And by all its glory, I of course mean the high resolution and fidelity that these developers worked so hard on. Let's go. Focus up. Oh, it's one of these. Okay, I gotta really focus up. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Okay, we're good. Oh, I had plenty of time. Yeah, no, the game is definitely fun. I've been getting, well...
Why don't we keep that door open? We don't know what might happen.
Oh, thanks for the
Looks like
pep
they used to
talk.
work here. Let's take a look.
What? I don't want to go this way. Wait, this is where I just came from, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, so on a couple of the shorts that I've posted, you know, like, you of course get the people who are like, oh, this game is only popular because it's a gooner game, because you got a girl who wears revealing clothes and she's attractive if you think that's attractive.
I heard something.
Oh, frick, hang on. I'll rant after I beat this goober.
He must be using a dead body as its host.
Wow, you just completely missed, dude. Oh, Jesus. This thing's still alive? Okay, good to know.
Never seen an Atiba use a corpse as its host.
We'll probably encounter more of them soon enough.
I hope not.
Yeah, so, of course, like, I think I don't remember if I talked about it the other day, but, you know, like, I had someone comment on one of the shorts I posted who, of course, was like, this game's only popular because it's a gooner game, and there's no way that I would ever, or, you know, that's all I've been hearing, so clearly that must be true. And, you know, anytime, oh, wait, did I already open that? That didn't look open. And so, of course, I tried engaging with them because, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, you know how it is in online discourse. It's like, do you actually engage with the people who you have a disagreement with? Or do you just let them go and be like, okay, go live in your own world type thing? And so I tried to engage with them, and I was like, well, have you actually played the game yourself? Because the things that you're saying kind of sound like every game, like, you know, corpo games journalists that I've ever heard talk about the game. And, you know, they're like, oh, well, that's just all I ever hear. And I'm like, yeah, but I can, like...
How about you go up and take a look around?
The fact that you're saying that that's the only reason it's popular, like, I can tell what you're listening to. I can tell what you're watching. And eventually, you know, the person was like, oh, yeah, no, I've never actually played myself. It's like, well, you can't set, like, an extreme opinion like that and say the only reason it's popular is because of X. And that you don't know what the gameplay is like if you've never played it yourself. You might have a certain opinion, or you might have your opinion framed in a way because of the people you watch. If you're watching... I'm not going to throw names out here because I kind of don't know who's, like, doing the whole, like, this is a Gunner game.
It's an ambush.
God damn, what is this, Dune? Doom, not Dune. But, like, if you're going to be one of these places that, like, you know, rates Dragon Age the Veilguard over Black Myth Wukong, like, I'm sorry, but I'm probably just not listening to your opinion. Which, to be fair, kind of puts me in the same category as this person is. But, you know, it's just like, I can tell what you're listening to just by what you're saying. I guess it's more so, like, if you have an opinion on the game, that's fine. But if your opinion is based on someone else's opinion and you haven't played it yourself, then you can't really make a definitive statement like that. Past internet people had fun interacting with others with the same hobby. Internet now is people insulting and arguing with strangers. Yeah, I mean, even in real life, it's this. You know, it's the same thing. Trying to talk with, like, people I work with about anything. God damn, that was fast. Holy, why is my... There we go. Jesus. Yeah, like, work is one thing, you know, because obviously, like, we all gotta work together, and so it doesn't get, like, super heated. But online, it's just like no one's gonna change. If you're, you know, if you have an opinion about something, no one's gonna actually change it on you, or no one's gonna, like, actually change it. But a lot of people are just regurgitating information of someone else that they watch. I find it very I don't know. I guess I'm just used to it with my brother, how he used to be. Where he wasn't really making his own opinions, he was just kind of regurgitating things he heard. God damn, broski, slow the frick down! Oh god, dude, I keep forgetting that these things poop out a little shitter. Wait. Wasn't there another thing I can explore over here? Yeah, am I supposed to go... Oh, no. Okay, this is just a small room. We'll open this up. Social politics and games 2021 and pissed me off. Just want to play some games without being lectured. Never talked about my hobbies at work. 75% of the staff are female. Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, without like going into it, because that's not a super fun thing to talk about. But yeah, you know, American. I mean, I'm of course from America. Unfortunately, and sometimes, but yes, our politics are very much seen throughout the world. And, you know, and pushed throughout the world.
That was so gross. Or I guess gross.
And it is quite annoying.
Looked like they slowly took over the train.
It is quite annoying. But that being said, no, it's one of those things where I'm totally fine talking about it, but I'm sure that, you know, if the other people who are watching probably don't want to hear that kind of talk, you know. We play video games and we come into streams to have fun and escape that kind of stuff. But my short, you know, my short, not even 2 cents, but I've noticed that there's, honestly, with Chinese developers, we have been getting a lot of good stuff. I mean, Japan too. Like, Eastern games really are quite good. Quite good. Right? You got this. You got Stellar Blade. From what I've heard, I mentioned it, I think, yesterday, but the next kind of, like, big game that I'm looking forward to is Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which is another Chinese kind of Souls-light. What else do you have coming up? Well, you have the Persona 4 remake coming out soon. Black Myth Wukong, which I haven't played. That's on my list, but I've heard, from everything I've heard, game's great. And if it's even remotely close to this, fantastic. I'm excited for that. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Freaking Expedition 33 bait my ass, dude. You got this giant concrete block. And he's like, like, no. your momentum is definitely going to take you the first time you do that. Oh, that was such a bait. That was such a bait. Japanese studios with offices in North America. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it depends. I think it depends largely on where the game is being made. But I honestly don't really know a lot about how, like, you know, games are developed in different studios, and, like, you know, if you have, like, well, for example, like with Sony, right? I know, like, one kind of subsect of Sony is, like, Santa Monica. You know, with, like, Corey and his team doing, well, I think they're doing a new IP. They're not doing God of War, right? But, like, I don't really know how that whole thing works. So if you have, like, you know, studios in different locations. Oh, what was the one? Shoot, hang on. What was the game? What was the game? I don't think it was an Assassin's Creed game. Was it Dragon Age? There was a game that got made within the past year or two that like got handed off to a Montreal studio, I think. And it kind of went, I think they kind of like scrapped the project they got and then like restarted. Which I know is like basically nothing to go off of. But, you know, stuff like that. Like how does overall like corporate structure come down, and how does it you know, change the behavior of each individual studio, right? So if you have like a Sony studio in the US and a Sony studio in Japan, I'm assuming that the overall Sony bigwigs are not necessarily translating their politicking in games the same way that like a Sony studio in the US just in general is going to have, just because the people live in the US, right? So they're going to have, not even talking like literal political views, but even just in the sense of like day-to-day like day-to-day, not personality, but like normalcies, right? Like for example, so like a big difference between, from what I understand, because I've never been to Japan, but from what I understand, it's a big no-no in Japan to eat while you're outside on the street because they try and keep it super clean. I think I've seen videos about that. I don't know if that's wrong or not, but if it is, so sue me. But, you know, here in America, you think people give a shit if you eat on the street? No, it's a sty here. It is a complete pigsty. People just be flicking cigarettes everywhere. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, so... So I went and tried to collect all the rest of the cats last night after stream, and I did not realize, it took me way too long to realize this, that it literally shows you the locations of all these. I had no idea that was a thing. So that made it a lot easier. But yeah, the ones for, I thought I took a picture of this one. I missed that. This one was right out in the open and I missed. That one was a pain to find. You basically had to be looking up Eve's skirt to grab that one. That one I had missed. And that one, there's no way I was ever going to find that. But I'm sorry, I can't talk about Eve's skirt. Yesterday the game crashed as soon as I did that, so I can't do that again. Yeah, like, in general, you know, like, that's kind of... That, I feel like, was our very first Souls-like moment. We've had monsters spring up on me, but that's the first time the environment has given me the big old middle finger. Yep. I will say, though, the fact that this game, like, saves, so clearly I died, the train goes, but it still is treating the train like it's gone down. That's nice, so I don't have to deal with that again. Ooh, new exospine. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to come down this way? Oh, new passcode. Nice.
Careful not to lose it.
If I'm supposed to come down this way, then I'm obviously going to go the other direction first. But there's no map here, so I can't tell. I can do this. Easy enough. Now I know which way not to go. Or, I will go eventually. Don't watch those million view... They're clickbait and wrong. Which ones? You mean just like the travel guides? Or do you mean like just people who are vlogging about being in Japan? Oh, that's what train it was. Okay. Yeah, I'm the same around. I would love to go to Japan. I think Japan is... I don't have, like, a set list. Like, it's something that I talked to my parents about, because my parents have... they've kind of taken to traveling. Now that, like, my dad just retired this year. He actually... he was one of the people who got one of, you know, the offers, you know, back a couple... Well, with the whole, like... with Trump coming in, and he was like, you can write whatever it was, like terminate or whatever, basically. And he's like, we'll let you go. I forgot what it was. Oh, it was a Doge thing, I think, where they were like, just respond to this email with a word, and basically we'll give you your retirement early or something. He was part of that, and he was already thinking of retiring, so he's like, cool, I'll take this deal. Sounds great. But yeah, like they've started talking a lot more about travel. Because they went to Ireland a couple of years ago, And so now that's like their big thing that they like to do. So they ask me all the time. They're like, you know, where would you like to go? Where would your top locations be? So I got to go and like create a top 5. You know, because like Japan is definitely on there. I think anyone who's kind of, I don't know, anyone who's into like anime or cartoons at all, Pokemon, they're basically, or if you just like sushi, people are going to say Japan, right? Japan is probably going to like reach out to your least common denominator, right? But like, I'm trying to think, honestly, there's Switzerland. What I would love to do, I forgot what they're called. I want to say Adirondack. I don't know that that's right, but in Switzerland, they have those like cart rides where you're on this little cart. Well, it's not like little, right? But it's a little cart. And all you have is forward and slow down, and it just takes you down a track, down the mountains. Oh my God, it looks like so much fun. You're just like on this giant mountain. You got a village that's got like this crystal blue lake down below in just like the, you know, below the mountains. And you're just cruising down on the side of the mountain on a cart. You got a track that's like a mile or 2 long. That just sounds so fun.
There are a lot of
And beautiful. And beautiful. If you have a giant TV that's close enough. Ah, frick. I gotta fight 3 of these bitches? Hang on, let's cheese this a little bit. Never had sushi before? Wait, Ryan, didn't you say the other day you didn't know what pad thai was either? Dude, we gotta get you trying some food here, bud. Sushi's great. For me personally, I don't like cooked fish, but I actually had sushi for lunch today. I will eat sushi all day. It's so good. Okay, can I take out the big one? Nice. Okay. This went far more straightforward than I thought. Never mind, there's more of them. Okay, are we good? Okay, we're good.
Are you all right?
This is nothing.
That was the beer tongue? Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. My favorite anime, let me think about that for a second. Because I could go with, like, the basic answer. You know what? I hate that I do that. Like, my taste shouldn't be tempered by other people being like, that's a basic answer.
The fusion cell. There was a fusion drive.
I'll list off a couple. I mean, obviously, I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, right? And I probably watched Naruto more than I watched Dragon Ball Z, honestly. I watched Dragon Ball Z much later. Like, I had seen some of DBZ, but I hadn't watched all of it until much later. But I would say Attack on Titan is probably one of, if not my favorites. Death Note is great. I just rewatched that a couple weeks ago. I don't really have a lot of time to watch a lot of series. I do like movies, though. Where do I go from here? Oh, up there. So, like, anything... Well, to be fair, I'm a little bit mixed on Miyazaki. I know that people love Miyazaki, but some of his stuff I just can't get into. I did not like Howl's Moving Castle. I like Spirited Away. I like Princess Mononoke. But yeah, Howl's Moving Castle I couldn't really get behind.
finally see the light. I can also see some tough-looking Naytibas.
Leave it to me.
Solo leveling? I've heard good things about that. I haven't sat down and watched it. Actually, I mean, pretty much anything shonen is gonna be up my alley. I mean, look, I even watched that, like, really cheesy, Ragnarok show on Netflix. And I'll watch like Baki. I'll watch all kinds of the cheesy fight stuff. You know, I don't need to watch stuff to like sit down and think about things. I just want to watch some just stupid fun fights. Oh, wait, Gate? Gate is the name? I don't know that I've heard of Gate. Visiting places not in tourist guides as a result of anime? That would be cool. Go to places in your favorite anime. I'll admit it. I watch some degenerate stuff too. There's you know, there's one or two in there that, you know, that are in there just for the lulz. Okay, I'll trust up. Medieval yeah, I don't know what Gate is. I'll have to look that up. I haven't seen it, but I'm assuming that like Vinland Saga would be straight up my alley.
Eve, map data restoration complete.
That's great. But the road ended.
Well, the core signal is leading to the road up there.
Then let's find a way up.
Wait, you're really going there?
There's some real places used in high school DxD. Really? Wait, high school DxD, that's the one with the Dragon Boy, right? That's not the one with the zombies. Which is the one with the zombies? Oh, wait, that's High School of the Dead, right? Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, Rias and Akano. I mean, Dragon Boy. That's all I know. Dragon Boy. Who's this Akano we speak of? What? High School of the Dead. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Are you sure about this? One wrong step and it's over.
I'm fine.
Yeah, we're good. Shut up, Adam.
Eve, whatever you do, don't look down.
Oh, so look up. Okay. I'm just following Adam's advice.
I see a rope.
Wait, am I supposed to go up that way? That can't be right. Wait, will he really say something? Adam, I'm looking down. Not up here, it seems.
bad feeling about this.
Don't use Han's line.
Stay close to me.
You're just not that cool.
Oh,
No comment. No comment.
are you alright?
Yeah, I can see there being a little bit difference watching this versus watching Nathan. Shit! We almost just lost our girl there.
Let's go. It's collapsing. This way. Damn it. Run!
I'm trying! Oh, that's hot garbage. That's hot garbage.
Let's go. It's collapsing. This way. Damn it. Run!
Alright, let's go! Book it, girl! Okay. Whew.
That's enough excitement for one day.
Adam, you're not even here.
Tues,
Shut
Thank
up,
you.
bitch.
Wow, thank you. For me, I could get used to this.
You got the hots for Eve and you don't even have the balls to come up here yourself? That's incorrect. That is because my left stick wouldn't work.
Head towards that door.
it's a supply camp.
Let's take a break this time.
Dude, his lines just don't... Let's take a break? Dude, you're flying a drone. Alright. This keeps popping up as green. More potions! Frickin' fly keeps flying in my face. Alright, sick. Oh, that's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. We'll put this one on for a little bit. And drone. What do we want to do for the drone? Ooh, explosive shells? No, none of drone modules. Alright, well, frick you two, game.
It's a train graveyard.
That's nasty.
Another tremor.
Let's go.
Wait, slow down.
Yeah, get out of here, you nasty. Oh, Jesus, we almost just fell off. There's an area where if you have the camera side of the Eve, the drone will be